Hey, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of A Pretty Little Podcast. I'm Allie Violet Vixen Commissaro, and I'm joined by my beautiful co-host, Jessie.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. I'm so excited for this week. Please give it away. Allie, tell us all about Northvale.
Tonight, we catch up with a band known for bringing that raw, gut punch, pop punk energy with riffs that slap and lyrics that stay swirling around in your head. Straight out of Jersey, please welcome Northvale.
Joycey.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
Thanks for coming, guys.
Happy to be here.
Tonight.
We're chilling, we're good. We're vibing. We're thriving. We're surviving.
I love hearing all
We're watching the Devils.
Yeah, you two watch the Devils. My hockey season is in the gutter, dude. The Rangers threw it away this year, man. What's up?
We're from Philly, so
Okay, yeah, well, the Fly. Yeah, that's
We'll stay quiet there.
We'll stay quiet.
Yeah, no, that's it. No comment.
So tell us, how did the band come together?
Well, we call ourselves a COVID band because we really formed like when all that shit hit the fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we started the band, I guess maybe right before everything started getting crazy. And it was me, our one guitarist Mike, Aaron, our drummer, and Chris came in, and Danny shortly after in the very beginning. And we kind of just were shooting from the hip the whole time. We really didn't know exactly what we wanted to do. We had all been in bands before, but I don't know. This was like more of a veteran attempt at it.
Now, were the bands you guys were in before, were they the same genre of music, or is this a totally different?
Chris was in a pop punk band. I was in more of just a punk band, like a garage punk band,
like street punk or like DV.
Yeah, we went back and forth with that. So like we started off that way, and then we kind of started becoming way more pop, more like, I guess, Blink-182, right? Eventually. Yeah, well, we were like, should we do it? Kind of like didn't feel like it was gonna work like that, so we were like, let's do this, and that didn't work either. So it doesn't matter. And Mike and Aaron were both more post-hardcore kids. But when we met each other, we just knew. I knew Mike. I went to like second grade with him, and we reconnected at the Bowery in New York. And we decided to start this band. We found all these guys, and then COVID happened, and we kind of just, I don't know, it didn't stop us. We were just like talking from home all the time. There was nothing to do. We were like, yo, let's write some songs. So we did. So we wrote an EP, and we never played our instruments in the same room together. We did get together for a photo shoot because that's important. And when the first time we really all chilled for real was at a recording studio in New York, and we just kind of put down an EP. And I don't know, then it did well, which was funny, I think, for us because of just how it came together. It was so like off the cuff that we were like, how the shit could this actually get any traction? And it did. So we're like, yo, let's keep going. So we did. And that's, I don't know. That's how it's like such like a low key story. I feel like there's no cool thing about it. We lied so many times on so many podcasts and shit, like saying like, oh, we met at a party in Northvale. None of us have ever been to Northvale.
I don't even know if that's like a real place.
No, it's real. It's real. I've driven through there for a few times. It seems like a
okay, well, then if it's not named after Northvale, New Jersey,
no. See, that's the best part. So when we were trying to come up with a name, we had one, and Chris was like, "Hey, that name sucks," and we were like, "Okay." So he was like, I was like, "What should our name be?" And he was like, "Yo, send me a list of New Jersey towns." I'm like, "All right." So I just went on Wikipedia, like New Jersey towns. Like we had a list, and Chris just went on his phone, and he was just like,
that one,
Northvale.
It's a really good one for the style of music that you guys make. I would just want to say, like, it kind of has like that energy.
Yeah.
Thanks. It worked out. It was great.
Out really well.
It was fate.
Now, none of you have been to Northvale?
No.
I've driven through, but
I
it seems like a nice
no
town.
chance.
Driven through and been like,
Yeah, there was we've gotten some shit from people though. You're not from Northvale, like I'm
Didn't-
from Northvale, right?
Didn't
Dude?
some baseball player?
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
guy on the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was furious.
You guys are from Northvale?
Yeah, this guy on the Pirates, he was so mad. He came at us so hard in the DMs, and we were like, dude, why are you mad,
you're
bro?
like, chill. Chill the hell
Yeah,
out.
Just a name, dude.
yeah, man, he got bent out of shape, but that's all right. I don't know what happened
That could
with
be a
him.
future song.
Yeah,
Yeah. Write a song
yeah.
about
Like, I should go look and find out his name and be like, so and so from the Pittsburgh Pirates hates us. That's a song.
He's gonna be hating, dude.
Yeah.
That's the part of that's part of the game.
I guess so. We're doing it right if people are mad, I guess.
Yeah,
You should
always.
definitely get a picture of him like either with headphones on or just doing something and have your music like in the background of
Yeah.
like
Just
representing
post
it.
it as like a post it
That's
as
like
a
the
meme.
next social media like thing we're gonna
That's
show.
it.
Is that.
Should be like the Matthew Perry
Perfect TikTok.
albums, right? Isn't
That'd
that
be
what Matthew
good.
Perry does?
Yeah. That'd be good.
It's cool that you guys went I let the list method. I feel like every band's like you just when you're looking for a name, usually it's just like everybody cranks out their list that they've been working on, and then you do
Yeah.
the tally of like, you go through and you're like, but that's like a really interesting way you guys did that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
Would you write the brain of this band? Because no one else. Yeah, it's
I love it.
I was waiting
accurate.
for it until somebody.
I
does
didn't see it until now, but I can't argue with that
That's pretty
anyway.
that.
So, who would you say are some of your early on influences?
For me, from a young age, I guess I was always taken thrown by Blink-182. Just I know that's like base level here, but I just thought they were so cool when I was a little kid, right? I was like, so I don't know if like the first them like streaking through the street and what's my age again? Like I just got hyped. I was like, I want to fucking get nude and run through the street, That and
Now, how do you feel about Travis Barker now? And like,
well, he's drinking the Kardashian juice, so I don't. I don't know. What am I gonna say? He's a sick drummer. You can't take that away from him. But he,
You know what?
I don't know.
I did not really like Courtney before they got together. It almost like upped her cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Because he's the
Yeah, kinda
coolest.
did.
So
Yeah.
well, now she's cool. But I mean, what are you gonna do? He's playing the game. I can't hate on him. Am I gonna say like everything that he's making? He's like producing all this stuff now. Am I gonna say I love it? No. It doesn't sound like it sounds like pop music instead of pop punk. Or, rock music, alternative, whatever you want to say. It's just mixed different. But he's playing the game. So what am I gonna
Yellow Card's album next.
Yeah, he's doing Yellow
Yeah.
Card next. That's right.
And drumming.
is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was coming.
Well, he's been mad successful at the game. I'll tell you that. But
How can I hate?
drummers out there.
That's it.
So who were some other influences?
For me, I was big on Sublime. Actually, I was big on the Chili Peppers. I know that's going off here. I love the Sex
Get
Pistols.
together.
That's before me, but I was into that. I love the Misfits. Who else?
Local band for us Misfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But with pop punk, I was all about Newfound Glory. I was all about Sum 41. And then the newer stuff started coming out. I'm a big Real Friends fan. But the earlier on influences were definitely less pop punk and more alternative rock. I love the Strokes. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place. I never really like to box myself in
You never
musically.
can picture
All wonderful bands except
No.
for Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're that
Yo.
band for me that like,
Yeah.
I just never can get that.
Flea,
Some people are
Flea,
like that.
amazing bass player. Makes
Flea.
that band like insane. He makes that thing fucking talk.
Flea, Flea's
Also,
the man. Have you ever heard their early stuff?
yeah,
Like,
it's
yeah, it's Flea.
yeah, it's Flea. I'm a big like if you can spank that bass, like I'm your biggest fan. If you could fucking spank that thing. Also, voice of Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. So I gotta give
That's
it
true.
to Chili
Not
Peppers.
many people know that.
Not
That's
many
big.
people do
You know that, but like I'm like he did Donnie's voice. Like
Yeah.
but yeah, do I think Anthony Kiedis looks like he's not the greatest guy.
Yeah,
not
no,
the greatest guy. He
look,
looks
I
like
can't
a
I can't sit here and defend him.
I
won't,
can't defend him either.
but
I'm not going to. I will walk around and go, oop, de goop, de get the gotta goop there.
that's it. That's where my lyrical inspiration comes from. You can't see that.
Yeah. So that's what I gotta say about the Chili Peppers. But if you can spank a bass, chef's kiss. My problem in this world is that I can't meet a bass player without being like, so can you slap that thing? And then they feel sweat. Wetting every time because you can't.
That's
My
a
my
problem.
Right.
boyfriend wanted to be Les Claypool so badly, so he was like playing harmonica. He was playing harmonica
Shit.
on the thing. He didn't play it. He spanked it. He slapped it. So I was like years and years in was just somebody making that thing talk. So now when I meet bass players, I'm like,
What
What's
you
up?
got?
what's up?
What you got?
Just show me what you're working with.
Shit.
They were
Slap.
laughing at me this weekend because I was always told that like a bass is similar to a guitar. And everybody says slapping the bass. And I was like, can you slap a guitar? And they all just started laughing at me and nobody even answered the question.
I mean, I guess you
I mean,
could.
I
technically,
think
you
you
could.
definitely
You could slap it. It would probably I
Kind
don't
of want to.
I don't know how
How it's gonna
sick. I
sound.
don't know how sick it's gonna be, but you can try. I
Like,
think
I
it'll
would slap
work.
the air guitar.
Fucking
Yeah.
genre.
New genre, slap guitar.
Slapping the fucking guitar. If I saw somebody do that on stage, I'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Dude.
It would get your attention though.
Could you
It
picture that?
would. I would never forget that.
And what if
Chris-
they were in sync?
Chris,
Like they
you know
were
what to do.
slapping the bass and the guitar at the same time,
same
and they were like,
time.
in sync with it.
Somebody's like just slapping a fucking 7 string, like a down tuned 7 string.
Little
That'd be
Chris,
madness.
Let's get to work.
That's
Yeah.
corn.
All right, I will right there.
Corn could do it. I think corn
Corn
could do it.
do it.
Corn could do it.
We could be the only ones to do it and get away
Like
with it.
bagpipe, like that man like could do anything.
Dude, bagpipes. I've seen like memes. Well, I guess not memes, just metal bands incorporating bagpipes lately. I don't know who. An account popped up and it was just like the dirtiest metal breakdown and it was just bagpipes.
There's
That's
been
sick.
video circulating. I don't know what band it was, but it was a hardcore band that had a flute. Like,
Yo, yes.
you saw that, right? It was just what
Yo.
band was it?
It slapped though. I don't know who
Yeah.
it was.
It was so sick.
Only hardcore bands can do that shit.
I
Only-
know.
Like the harder you go, like the crazier of an instrument you could throw in there.
The thing that hardcore bands can do that I can't do on stage because everybody would find it irritating, but hardcore kids love it, is when you're like, beat the fucking shit out of each other right fucking
Yo,
now.
hardcore kids love that.
And
That's a-
move up because every metal people, they hate being told like move the fuck up. They're like, I'm not moving the fuck up. I'm not moving the fuck up.
Yeah, they stand with like this.
We're
Yeah.
like this. We're like this.
Impress us.
Yeah. Hardcore are like the guys on stage. She's like, fucking kill each other, tear the place down. Also, move 2 feet up, and they're
Yeah.
just like, yes.
You
That's
gotta
when the
sneak it in.
venue's like, oh fuck.
You got to sneak that in.
Yeah.
Not
So
in our
who
show.
are you guys currently listening to?
Yo, big Pallets fan right here. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of Pallets. We're
You-
friends with them. And they just showed me a band called Pulses.
Mhm.
I don't know if you ever heard of them. Pulses rips. The new Tiny Voices record came out the other day. I don't know if you guys are into them or heard that.
I'm rocking a day to remember right now.
Yeah,
I heard. I was
that
gonna say
new
they did it.
Making a
new
list.
one
The
dropped,
new
right?
Spirit Box also indeed does slap. So,
Mm. Yo, Bill Murray never disappoints either.
yeah, I love Bill.
I love him. I always root for him.
Yo, sick. Who else? I feel like I'm so tied up in our scene now. You know,
Yeah.
like my whole algorithm is just bands that like we
The homies.
interact with. Yeah. So there's a band called Jam Poetry out of Queens. They're super small and they're sick. Um who else? There's a band called Five Ever from Boston. They played our album release show with us over here. Yo, I felt bad for them, bro. They played this show. They came from Boston. It was our album release, but there was like a huge snowstorm over here. And we still drew a crowd, but yo, like everyone getting home was in trouble. Like, it was bad. It's usually like it's gonna snow, it's gonna snow. Like, yeah, no, it's not, but it actually snowed.
It
And
was
this
snowing
band,
for like 30 seconds, and it was like already 10 inches.
yeah, we were Aaron. He went out there with his drums. He came in covered in snow. He's like, guys, it's fucking bad. So, but Five Ever got stuck. Well, they stayed at their hotel, and then one of them must have dropped the van keys, and I think they got like plowed away overnight. They couldn't. They had to pay. It was Super Bowl Sunday, and they had to pay for an automotive locksmith to come and make them a new key for their van so they could get home. I was like, oh
Oh
my
my
god,
god, that was
what a
probably so
fucking
unfortunate.
shit show.
Nightmare.
That random,
Yeah.
like what, like $500, something like
Yeah,
that?
they said it was like
Yeah,
500
disaster.
bucks. We threw them as much money as we could, but that sucks.
Oh my goodness. It's a good story though. Like that's one
Yeah.
you like put in the book.
Yeah, yeah.
How was loading out
What's
with
up?
that much snow? Loading out your kit with that much snow?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I didn't help at all.
I know. I'm that meme that you. I'm that meme that's like the vocalist not doing anything while
Yeah,
everybody's loading
that's
out.
key.
Yeah,
I do that every time.
That's
Yeah,
That's
that's
every
me.
single time.
Yeah,
Now, I'm smoking cigarettes, watching my drummer and the rest of my band carry the shit out. And I'm
yeah.
like,
I hide. I disappear into the
hide,
bar somewhere. Yeah, you
I
can't
know.
find
We
me.
deserve those horrible memes that are like the vocalist.
Oh
not doing
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I don't get mad. They're all true. They're 100%
They're
true.
all true. Absolutely.
That's why you have to deal with everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get.
Since
Yeah,
you don't,
see,
since you
you're
don't
right.
load, you have to deal
Fair.
with everything else.
You're right.
So
You got
how
me
would
wrong.
you describe your music to someone that hasn't heard you before?
I'd tell them that at most pop punk shows they have mosh pits, and at ours there's a cry pit. That's what I'd say.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. It's
I'm trying to imagine what that would look like.
Everyone holding each other, just crying.
no. I think that our music is nostalgic. It's but fresh. That's really it. It's fresh pop punk with like a nostalgic vibe. That's really what we.
I usually just tell them what bands we sound like, and they kind of get like a
Okay,
For it.
go ahead, Chris.
what? Oh, that was it.
Why don't you tell them what bands we sound like, and they can get a vibe.
I don't know because I never know. I mean, I say always Yellow Card, Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah, there's a hard pull. There's like a hard. I think there's like a pull from like Yellow Card, and who else is like all you?
I
Chris?
hate like trying to actually name who we sound like because I really don't know. We get Valencia a lot.
Valencia. There's like a hit the lights, maybe some inspiration there, and then like
Body bag.
yeah, hell
Well, that's
yeah.
'cause we had Nick on one song, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, hit the lights."
Well, Nick is the fucking coolest guy ever.
Yeah,
So,
Nick is chill as fuck.
So
and then there's
what song would you tell them to listen to first?
from our record, our new record,
Out of all of them.
dude. Better
Out of
when I
all the
can.
songs
My-
you-
Yeah, that's kind of what I do. I do better
Better.
when I can.
Better when I can is my shit. I
Yeah.
love that song.
I feel like
I
Better When
hated
I
it
Can
when
is kind of
we
like
wrote
everything.
it. I hated it. Hated it.
Excuse me, when I wrote it.
Yeah, fuck you, bro.
How
Shit.
that was so long
Easy.
ago. Too.
Yeah, it was so
like-
long ago. You remember
feels
doing
like
that
it
shit
was
at
forever.
Aaron? We were at Aaron's shore house for like a few days trying to get those songs written, and that I couldn't write to that. Like I just couldn't write the lyrics, the melodies. I don't know why. It was that the pre-chorus, the it just didn't make sense in my head.
Yeah, you couldn't figure out how to do freaking 1-3. Or not, I mean, not
It
1, 2,
didn't
3,
it
4,
didn't make
excuse me.
sense, man. I don't know. Even
3,
after we wrote
4.
it, I was like, I never was
1, 2,
pumped on it.
3. 1,
We
2, 3,
reworked it
4,
100 times. First time we reworked that song was
4.
with Ace Enders.
I think it was 4 times, right? Was it 4?
We did
4 or
the
3.
we made it ourselves. We went to Ace Enders and just spent a
Then
week with him with like doing like production stuff. And then
Walt.
that's right. And another dude, this dude Walt Cashmere, we almost recorded that with, and that didn't work out. And then
Then Brett and Gary.
Brett Romney's reworked it, and Gary for the last time. Gary Sione. So who else? They reworked it for the last time, and it was good. Now I don't know. Now it's good. Now it's my favorite.
Now, do you use the same like creative process
Usually,
each time? Like, what do you kind of start with? Like
so
the
Chris
lyrics?
Chris will not stop writing demos. He just he just pumps out these demos. Boom, 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 boom. Just fills the Dropbox up with them. And
Gotta keep the brain working, you know?
it's always guitar. Sometimes he'll throw drums on with like, like any app, right?
If I have a full idea finished, I'll make it sound like a really, really good demo, so he gets an idea.
Sometimes he has ideas for melodies, lyrics, choruses. Like he'll just
Yeah,
throw in whatever
throw
he can
vocals on
think of.
there for him.
Sometimes they stay. Like Chica Go Bills is a song off of our record. That is just Chris wrote it straight up.
Oh, yeah, that's the
Full blown straight up wrote it. And then there's other songs where Chris will put words to, and I'll get it and I'll just completely, just redo it.
Mhm.
And but it's always Chris first, and him and Mike, our other guitarist, they battle it out in terms of with the music, really. Like Mike will be like, no, I hate that, I want this lead. And Chris will be like, no, I want this lead. And then they just beat the shit out of each other until they come to some kind of understanding. And
Ideally until I win.
I just do lyrics and melodies and things like that.
Now, do you have a certain theme that you guys kind of find yourself like resorting back to, or kind of like staying consistent with?
In terms of like topics of the songs?
Yeah.
Well, I guess most of our songs are probably just they're like my brain children lyrically. So there's a lot in there. There's a lot of weird topics if you listen to the record. We tried to stay away from the stereotypical surface level pop punk song,
I hate
like
your girlfriend in this town.
exactly that one. We tried to stay away from that. So a lot of it is just like battling addiction, battling suicide, things
Mhm.
like that. So or a lot of
There's a lot of
me-
everything on that.
a lot of
that
mental
album, to be honest.
disorder stuff, things. It's like a little bit of a deeper topics on this thing.
Yeah.
We wanted to. I mean, it wasn't always the easiest to write. Sometimes that fucking sucks writing shit like that,
Mhm.
But I don't know. I'm stoked on the record. I think it came out pretty dope.
Now, you said on the one song that you had to remaster it 4 times. Now, how do you know when it's finished?
Well, I mean, I guess
Never do.
when we finally trust the producer we're working with, I guess that's
That they're like, that's good. I can record demos 800 times and I could still be like, I could have done that better.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, there's always gonna be something you're gonna go back to and be like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
could have done that." But then if you do that, you're never gonna move on.
That's
And
true.
you never release
I can
that.
sit there and nitpick everything, but it's gonna be in the listener's hands at that point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're gonna interpret it the way they want to interpret it. There's songs on the record that I love and I've heard people absolutely hate.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, "How?" I'm like, "This fucking song rules."
And then
And
there's songs, that's what I was gonna say. Songs that we put on there that we were just like, this is a filler,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah,
what?
there's one song on there that was like
It's
our
paint a
least
picture.
favorite. Yeah,
Just
and
because you paint a picture.
Yeah.
We were like, what? How? What?
Mhm.
Watching the streams, we were just like, oh, okay, sick. I guess we got to play that, right? How could we
Yeah.
not now? We're gonna have to.
That was the one song we left out of our
We didn't play it at the
Yeah.
release show, so we figured no one
we
would like
played
it.
every other song besides that one.
wow. That's
Mhm.
really ironic
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
happened, huh?
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's still like one of the top songs. Hold on.
yeah. off of the new record,
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm just looking at the Spotify.
It stays up. I don't know if it
What
got
would
out.
you say was the overall inspiration behind your newest record?
Shit. If you want to add a theme to it, I guess it would just be like,
Spit it out.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess like
Spit it out.
pushing, like battling sadness, like overcoming obstacles. That's really what it's about. That's what the record is about. Just overcoming all of the garbage that life throws at you and coming out on the other side better.
And what a cool name for the title.
That's Chris.
Where we go when there's nothing left.
Thank you. That's why
that's-
I'm the brain.
The brain.
Chris, he has a brain because no one else has one. So
But yeah, I thought the title was cool. I've been holding on to that for like a while, I think. And the album artwork too. I held on
Probably
for a
since like
while.
Nada, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's been years. We had a weird like period where we just didn't do anything. It was like a solid year and a half. We kind of got caught up with a producer. He just like wasn't getting the mixes done fast enough. And we had to, it sucked because we had a full album with different songs that we actually broke apart and started putting out as singles to buy ourselves some time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, sometimes you just get mixed up with the wrong people. But we
I liked him, dude, and he was good. And
I did like him too. He was
the thing
really
that
good.
sucks is that he was so good, and I feel like he didn't fucking know it.
Yeah.
Like he just
He
wouldn't.
doesn't.
He wouldn't.
He
like,
won't
finish
commit.
anything. And
He
that's
won't
so
commit.
fucking sad.
Music's weird, right? Like it's like a weird business to be in. You kind of like, it's not very lucrative until it is.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of hard, I guess, as you get older to stay committed or to really like prioritize it if it's not bringing in the money you want it to, but you got to kind of just fucking jump sometimes. This kid was good and he just like, I think that if he just took a year to push himself and get clients, he'd be right up there with any producer in our scene.
Word of mouth is the best.
Yeah.
Tell everybody you can about him.
That's it.
Yeah, right.
We should. I don't have any hard feelings for him. He's a good kid.
All right, Keith. You know what I just did? This is what I did.
What'd you do?
I asked Chat GPT if you
Mhm.
listen to Northvale's album, our name, whatever. What do you think the theme of the album is? And it gave me loss, perseverance, and emotional resilience.
There you go.
Nailed
Feelings of emptiness, nostalgia, and the struggle to move forward when everything's falling apart.
It's kind of like what I
incredible
said,
when he had
only put much more eloquently.
Yeah, leave it to AI.
Yeah, right.
Cheers, Chat GPT.
So, are there specific lyrics that really stand out to you that are on this album?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few lines here and there that I guess are a bit more personal. When stupid ones, that you would never think of. Honestly, "Hang in There, Kid" is just tough. That's just a tough song.
Well,
I don't know.
there's always like some lyrics that like people are gonna interpret different ways that like
Mhm.
which like not exactly what I meant.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
You too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that
Like what is it when like in Chica when I did it like when in the chorus when the lights go down and it's never enough. Like
Mhm.
what would you think that means?
I don't know.
Like,
I honestly, when I
most-
sing that, I'm still confused to this day.
Most
I
people
never
would
asked
think, all right, when the
people.
lights go down, like in a bedroom or something, when you're like with somebody. But it's actually about when the lights go down. I was at a concert with my ex-girlfriend at the time. Or my girlfriend at the time, rather. We were at a concert. So when the lights go down from the stage is when
Okay.
it was that us being in Chicago and at Riot Fest is what
Yeah.
that song is about. But when you listen to it, you would have no idea.
Mhm.
That's what that is.
It's a
Yeah.
cool Easter
And
egg.
Well, yeah,
listen for.
that song was written in like 2015, I think. something like
Wow.
that. So
Sometimes
Now,
it's
are
incredible.
there any songs that literally like almost didn't make the album?
Yeah, there's a few. I think we went in there with 15 and we put 10 on. But
Well,
we did that on purpose.
Well, she's saying which ones are on there now
Oh, that almost didn't make
almost
it.
didn't make it. I don't know.
Netflix, no? Not what is it called?
Oh yeah, what the hell is that?
I do
I
not.
call everything by working titles still.
Yeah, Netflix is What If You Fly?
What If You Fly? Yeah, that one almost didn't make it. And what about Just Because You Paint a Picture? Did
Yeah, I
that
don't know if that was gonna
I
make
don't
it
think
either.
that was that one was on the fence too. That's the one where everyone likes it according to Spotify. So,
And now what's the story behind that? Like, what's that one about?
Just Because You Paint a Picture doesn't mean it fits the frame is about Chris started that one.
Hold on. It's funny because I always gotta go back to look at these lyrics. Ain't that sad? Because like, you play the song so much, dude, and then you just forget them.
You probably go into autopilot with it
Oh, you
sometimes.
do. You really, really do.
That one's more about like I guess that's a little bit more surface level. Maybe that's why we thought it wasn't that great. It's like about a shit breakup and just like wishing that like for the other person that they would just have stayed away from you. You know? Like almost like
Yeah.
I'm a mess. Like I'm an absolute disaster. Like
Yeah.
what could I have done to make you go away?
I'm getting the cry in the pit vibes. Like,
Yeah, dude, we're sad. It's a cry pit. We do cry pits here. That's
Oh, I think basically it was about like a tug of war, always going back and forth, someone wanting you and then not wanting you. It's like, well,
Yeah.
which do you want? It's like, because like in the lyrics we have, like, you want to talk about the life we'd have, and then you'd want to wish me dead. So which is it?
Yeah.
That's kind of where I got that from. I literally had to fucking listen to like the chorus real quick.
This one's going to each of you. When did you know that you wanted to pursue music seriously?
When I was 12.
yeah. I think I was
I've been playing in a band since I was 12, literally.
about 14 when I said this is definitely what I want to do. I wish I would have had the balls to fully commit at that age. That would have been cool.
Oh, I know. It's like now it's like adult jobs and we gotta go to
Yeah.
work because
Now I've
if I want
now
to
I
do this,
fully
I
commit.
gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I
Me,
fully
not so
commit
much.
as
Me, I'm like the total opposite of all these guys. So like, I am an athlete, and my dad is like a big music guy, but I always grew up around music, and I kind of was really late to the scene compared to these dudes. So,
Okay. But you
um,
always had the passion for it.
yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, my dad was in the basement like ripping AC/DC like all day. So, I mean,
he
You
was
guys
there.
definitely seem like you have fun with it. I mean, even from your
Yeah.
post on social media.
I think you have to, right?
yeah,
Cuz
Mhm.
it's like especially what's crazy? It's like all the shit we write about, right? Like the sad shit we write about, we're emo as fuck, but like we fuck around so hard
That's
all the time.
big genre though. Like you have like these bands like Sorority Noise and stuff like
Mhm.
that. It's because people like they want the depth. They want,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But I don't know. We do like to have fun. We try. We gotta laugh. We'll go crazy. The shit is
yeah.
crazy. We lose our minds if we don't laugh.
So, what would you say has been your most memorable shows to date?
Yo, you know what? That that first show, our first show was probably I don't think it was our best, but it was the most memorable for me because we got on stage at House of Independence for our first show and opened for the Spill Canvas, wasn't it? Was that
wow.
our first one?
Was it that or was it AJ or was it Dangerous
It
Summer?
was either the Dangerous Summer or the Spill Canvas. It was at House of Independence, and
Maybe it might have been.
we did play both of those shows.
Yeah.
But whatever the first one was so bizarre because,
But
like I said, we were a COVID band, and we didn't play
Yeah.
in a room together until after
Yeah.
we released our first EP.
Mhm. And
We
you are
never
right.
even
It is Spill Canvas.
Blown up
yeah
because I
yeah.
that's
It was
crazy.
insane. So like we get on stage and it's like a sea of people, and I'm just like, it had been so long since I was on stage. Period. never mind in front of all these like so many people. It was just like I don't even want to say like it wasn't scary because I get as for me like I think it's like all nerves until you get up there, right? Like, the second I grab the microphone, it's just like blank, right? It's like everything goes away.
Yeah.
But like it was just the shock of that feeling, like that feeling that you get every time you get on a stage. It's just like boom, it hits so hard because it had been so long and it was such an awesome show that it was like my brain was like racked. I was just like, what is happening? But for me, that was the most memorable. It wasn't our best show for sure. Like
Well, I mean,
it was
yeah,
our first show
it was all
together.
right.
But that was cool.
I liked the one we did, the Christmas show with the ones you forgot.
Oh, with the ones you forgot?
Yeah, the Christmas show was
Yes.
fun.
Oh, I had a Tipsy Elves onesie for that one.
we-
That was sick.
Yeah,
I
we
put candy canes in my
all
I had
Christmas.
candy canes in my gauge holes. My
We
ear
came out
holes.
to Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas."
Yes.
I love getting walkout music. If you
Yeah.
get the option for
Yeah.
walkout music,
We like bled it into like our first song. So like
That's right.
it happened to be in the same key, so it worked.
Dude,
Oh, that's great.
when are we gonna cover it?
I don't know when you can sing
on,
like
bro.
Mariah Carey.
I'll hit those whistle notes. Let's go, boy. I'll do it better than my Chem. Let's go. Let's go, boy. Let's do it.
I doubt that.
We're gonna find
So,
out.
what's your favorite song to perform live right now? Because I know it's probably changed.
Yeah, it's
Loose Grip.
it's been Loose Grip for a long time, which is
Yeah.
not on the album. It was
That
a
was a
single we put
single.
out. It was a single we put out. Didn't do great. We don't care.
Don't
it's our
care. The
favorite.
song still fucking rips.
It's our favorite to play.
It's fun to play live. It just hits right in the beginning, and it's fucking
Yeah.
great. That was our opener for a while.
Yeah.
That was
I
another
like-
Naga song, right?
Huh? Loose Grip?
Yeah.
Was it? No.
Loose
Mm-mm.
Grip.
Loose
No,
Grip-
we
Loose
recorded
Grip
by
was
by Kevin.
Yeah, that was with Kev.
Yep.
It was
That was just one of those songs that
that was a song with Ace, right? Originally.
Yeah, that's
One of
right.
them?
We reworked that with Ace.
Yeah, and then we finished it with.
Yo, we get around, dude, huh?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do go around.
Bunch of whores over here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Fucking
man.
So, what's the craziest thing that's happened to you on stage?
Yo, remember at Knitting Factory when I forgot the words?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's number one. That is number one.
We played with
Broadside.
Ollie Baxter from Broadside. We did we opened for him like an acoustic thing. And we were at the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn. Is that place still there? Or did they
No.
close up? They
No.
banged up.
I feel like it was bought by somebody else, but I don't know.
Maybe. Well, it was our this one song we have was the first song we put out ever, right? What was it called? Sleepwalking. And I don't know, something in my brain, like the lead guitar of that song is what like triggered the lyrics in my brain, if that makes any sense. Like I needed to hear the lead to know what the first word of the song was so that I could sing it. And like we changed it. We were playing acoustic.
Yeah, it was only me and you.
There wasn't that lead in that song. So dude, how many times around did you play the intro before I started singing? Like,
I don't know, a lot, because you looked at me for like, what are the
And
lyrics? And then I looked at you and I'm like, fuck, now I don't know the lyrics because you don't know.
Bro,
the lyrics.
stop. Oh my god, it felt like a fucking eternity.
So I had to
nobody.
play it off. I had to stop. I go, Keith, are you okay? You have your
Yeah,
stroke over there?"
you spun it.
we
You spun it.
fucking spun it well.
When you
and
brought
then-
it back in, I was all right. But that
Yeah.
shit was funny.
And then we were told by our bandmates in the crowd what the lyrics were.
That was a long ass time ago too, man.
It was.
Now, do you have any pre-show rituals?
Yeah, we do. We just get in a huddle, and Chris
get a
gives us a
little
pep talk.
all hands in, and I kind of make up the pep talk every single show.
Yeah, from the hip, just like everything else.
Right from the hip.
Don't
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
it's always don't suck.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Don't suck.
Usually, don't suck is definitely in there. For sure.
Yeah. Have fun.
So,
Have
what
fun
are
is always
some
the thing.
of the cities or venues that are on your list that you would like to play?
Well,
That's
as Chris and I were freaking out about all day, we're in the middle of planning an East Coast run from we're planning on playing Atlanta, Asheville, Richmond, Baltimore, Philly, and then New York. And so
Nice.
we're like in the middle of talking with a bunch of venues right now. But it's tough. You know, venues don't want you. If you are not from that state, they take a fucking hike. How are you gonna pull a crowd?
Or they just don't answer you.
Yeah. They don't want to, yeah, they ignore you. It's hard. We're completely DIY right now. We're not signed. So we got to do everything ourselves. And it's all right. It's just a little discouraging sometimes, but we're gonna do it. So that's gonna happen in June. And
For Orlando.
yeah. Oh yeah, Warped Orlando.
Yeah. If
We
get that.
we put in for that Battle of the Bands thing. So we'll see.
Yeah, let
We
me
get any
go
vote.
vote
We'll
for it again.
see if we get any votes. I voted today. Yeah.
Did you really?
Vote
Yeah,
for us.
Make sure you vote today.
Yeah, make sure we want you to vote for Northvale.
So when does that go till?
That the Battle of the Bands thing
Mhm.
or the it's
There's-
I don't know.
There's 38 days remaining. It says submissions due by May 2nd.
There you go. So we'll see.
Yeah, I could definitely see you guys playing Warped Tour.
It'd be sick. We'd love it. We'd kill it. I'll tell you that. Somebody would put us up there. Let's go.
Hell yeah, I'd have a fucking ball.
Oh yeah, dude. Definitely.
Yeah, I definitely like if you had asked me right off the bat just because of like the scene down there, I would have thought you guys were from Florida. Because honestly, like some of the best like punk and like they've got such a crazy scene down there.
We got
Yeah.
a punk revival.
We're gonna we'll definitely make our way down there, whether it's for Warped Tour or not. We just wanted to get like a quick run in this summer because I don't know, it's been tough. We really like when we took that little hiatus, we had to really sit down and say like, all right, guys, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing this or are we just gonna let it die? And we were like, no, let's do it. So we wanted to record an album. We really wanted to try. So we kind of like just stopped everything. We're like, all right, no more anything. Everyone just let's write a fucking sick record. And we did that. And now that it's out, we're like, oh shit, we gotta like play shows too. We forgot. So
Tons of friends that book
Gotta
at
promote it.
different venues. So
bro, well, I will send you an email of cities we're trying to go to. If there's any connection you guys can make, we would beyond appreciate it. This I don't have to tell you, shit's hard.
yeah, we got
We're trying our best. Word.
But so your main thing would be to get on the Vans bit. Like, are there any other festivals or things that you guys put in for?
No, right?
No,
We
I don't
didn't
think there was anything really that
No.
was like that.
we didn't nothing like that caliber. No. I mean, we now that we're back out there trying to play shows, like I'll tell you, yes, I would definitely want to go to the West Coast, right? We want to play Seattle. We're we're planning on doing a West Coast run as well, but we just have to, make everyone's schedules line up the right way.
Work has to approve my PTO.
Chris, soon you'll be able to quit.
I need freedom.
I'll tell you what, Chris, if Northvale ever makes enough money, we'll just put you on salary and then you can have all the money just to quit your job.
Don't worry.
I would love to see you
BMI.
guys put in for Elephant Talk too. That's an AC.
When is that?
That's an indie show. I think it's twice a year.
Yo,
That'd be
please.
fire.
How do I submit? I'll submit us to everywhere. I'll go.
They usually do like the outside area unless like the weather doesn't take, and then it's inside Tennessee beer.
Oh shit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've stumbled in there from time to time. Tennessee.
But yeah, I mean that's a pretty cool indie festival, and it kind of gets you out to people around AC, and I mean it brings a lot of different
Tennessee Avenue
Yeah.
Beer Hall.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
beer hall. That's it.
Yeah, no, I mean we're open to playing
club, and I was like, that's not it.
We're open to playing so many things, festivals. If you, I mean, I'm not trying to like put you guys to work here, but like
No, we got you.
if you know anything and want to hear about anything, if you can make a connection, please, we'd love to. That's all we want to do now. We want to play. We got to get out there. We got to spread the word about
Album, yeah.
Yeah.
The album does slap.
the album slaps, dude.
Definitely. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
So, have you ever like been up on stage and kind of just had a moment like this is it, like this is awesome, and like we're like doing our thing?
Yeah, for sure. I think I get pumped. I got really pumped when we played Loose Grip at the album release show. But there's been times when it's been the opposite too. When I've like slipped out of it and said to myself like this sucks. Like
I
you know.
had the moment where I'm like, I got the mic. This is the mic, the sturdy spoon.
Yeah, yeah.
How the hell did I get? I'm like about to go on stage. I'm like, how the hell did I get here?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that
like
one. I'm like, how did I get here? I don't know.
Yo, it's like yeah, you just sometimes I feel that like you dissociate completely. You like
Yeah.
it's like you just like you
That
just went out
record
of it.
scratch. That's
Yeah,
just like,
straight up.
from the
Did
90s.
everybody else's stream just freak out, or was that just me?
Nah,
Wow.
just you, bro.
Just you,
Oh,
bud.
oh,
Mine did a little bit.
everybody went away.
Did it?
Yeah.
It's probably me.
Yep.
Are you here? Are we here now?
You're here now.
I'm talking to you now. So what do you think?
I don't know. Yeah.
Two.
But yeah, yo, for sure. Like just singing and like just feeling like I'm floating. That's happened a few times. Like just being like, oh shit, everything rules right now. Yeah. It's like it doesn't happen all the time, but when the crowd's cheering and everybody's, just like fucking on, that shit rules.
So, have you had a fun standout fan interaction?
Yeah, I guess a couple. There
It's always
one
good
time
when they start laughing when you
What-
ask.
once I think the first time I realized we had fans was we played like this tiny backyard show. There's a place in South Jersey called the Kill Shed, and it's just like this dude's yard, and he just like puts on shows, and they're good. It's like it's good shit. But we were there, and we played. They asked us out of nowhere. We're like, yeah, okay, we'll come through. We'll play an acoustic set. I think it was.
I was with AJ.
Yeah, that's right. AJ was there. Yo, we run into AJ from the Dangerous Summer too often, straight up. But we were there, and like these people came up to me, and like they were from South Carolina, and they like, straight up they drove up to see us, and I was like, why? I was like, why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
I was like, I'm like, that's crazy. Like what's wrong with you? Like that's what went through my head. But that was the first time I realized we had fans. I'm like, oh wow, this band, like people actually care that aren't our friends, which was
What
cool.
about the dudes from Australia?
That was another one. We played with Hit the Lights at Racket, it's called. It used to be the High Line. And I was in the crowd after our set, and I think I just went to get a beer, and like this dude comes up to me and gives me a beer, and it's him and his friend, and like we're from Australia, and we were flying home. We had like a layover in New York, and we knew Hit the Lights was playing, but then when we saw you guys were on the bill too, we were like, yo, fuck it, we're gonna stay in New York tonight, and we'll reschedule our flight. So they just rescheduled their flights to come hang out, as they bought me a bunch of beers. I was like,
that's great.
I was like, that's awesome.
We were like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, as far as releases, because you said that you've got quite a few that are sitting there just stirring. Do you guys have like a release schedule, or do you guys just pop up, drop whenever you feel like releasing something?
Yeah, I think it's more like that. Now that this record's out, that came out January 29th. So it's not too long ago. So we have a bunch of demos, and we just started talking about that actually. We're like in the middle of planning all these shows, trying to make sure we play, but we were like, hey, we should probably record something this summer. So we should probably book time. And a lot of times, believe it or not, we book time before we even write anything because I don't know, we work better under pressure, I think. In fact, the first song on our album, I wrote the lyrics like 20 minutes before we recorded it.
Was it? Yeah.
Okay,
The mullet?
since
That's
merch is like
Yeah.
such a big part of punk music and punk shows, like us punk fans, we love our merch.
Hell
Do you
yeah.
guys have any cool ideas or anything in the works for new merch?
We have Chris makes merch sometimes. Like, what is that with you? Like, you just like will like chill out and just start making. He'll just like start making a bunch of
He's
merch.
playing
I don't know,
too.
man. I get bored. Like
We have a
I got
bunch.
this
We do have a
one.
bunch of designs. We made a shirt for "Better When
Ooh,
I Can"
yeah,
when
yeah.
that came out. We made a song for all. We made a shirt for "Already Dead" when that came out. We have our just like regular Northvale shirt. Chris just made another one. What'd you just make? It's like a pink one, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. It's like there's no way for me
That
to
one's
put it.
cool.
Put it
We
in
were
the
like on the like a kick with like traditional tattoo style artwork for a little bit, and then we kind of like slid off that. But with merch, we just make new shit all the time. I think like maybe we don't take it as seriously as like other bands. I feel like you make the merch and it's like, all right, this is the merch, and like we're
There's
just
a
like
massive
Chris.
drive.
Meanwhile, it'll just be
Just
like
making shit.
late night. Chris would be like, "Yo, look at me this shirt," and I'd be like, "Ah, sick! Put it up on the website."
Why
Sick.
not?
Okay.
Why not? Fuck it.
And then
Someone
and we
might
just
buy
see
it
we
because
see if it hits.
it's not like we're printing like
Yeah,
50
it's
of
not.
them all
Yeah,
at
we don't.
once.
So we
They're
don't stock.
made to order.
Yeah,
Ah,
we
I
don't stock
see.
our merch. So
Yeah.
like it's
We'll
less.
stock for we'll stock for when we do like actual shows.
Yeah,
We'll stock like the main ones that we think are gonna be good for the show.
yeah. But most of the time we're just throwing
Yeah.
designs up because why
If
not?
someone buys it, someone buys it. It's made to order, so
Yeah.
no harm, no foul.
And now, what went into the album art
Chris,
for
that
the
was a
album?
picture, no?
Yes. That the album art is an image of something else mirrored. That's it.
And then what'd you do
was-
to it? You put some heavy filters on that shit. You photoshopped that
I
up, no?
put no, not really. I put like
'Cause it looks like a it kind of looks like a drawing.
Is it supposed to be like a mystery what the object was originally, like an I Spy that we got to figure out?
not really. It's not. I don't know because when I just did it and I mirrored the image, I was just like, "Oh, this would make some cool art." That was honestly all.
You had that
all about.
you had that image way before we wrote this album, no?
Yeah, I had that image when I was living in like Jersey City.
Yeah, man. That's good
When I
stuff.
did that, so that was wild. That was literally
Whenever we hit like a bump, like Chris would be like, "Yo, check this out," and like reach for something in 2007. Just like pull it
that
out. We're like, "What, dude? What is this?"
the photo was taken at the like the environmental thing in Lyndhurst. So it's just a picture of a tree. That's all it actually is, and then I just mirrored it. So all you see are the top branches that make the three.
Mm.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
all it
okay.
really was.
See, now I'll have to go back and like really like
That's
stare
okay.
at it and like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you cut the image, if you literally cut the image at the middle, like just picture it the bottom of a tree. That's all it is.
I'm literally
That's
just like
cool.
doing that right now.
Yo, I'm doing the same thing.
Well, yeah.
So, how would you say to fans that they can support you beyond just streaming your music?
Yo, if you hear we're playing a show in your city, come to the show, please. If you can't afford to come to the show, call me and I'll just buy you a ticket. I think
I'll
that's where
give you.
we're at.
I'll buy you a beer.
We'll
Come to the
sneak you
show.
in. We'll sneak you in the back. Come to the shows, please. Spread this. Come to the shows and share it with your friends. Just share the
Yeah.
music. Just like if you have one friend who might be interested, like please just show them. Be like, yo, this is Northvale.
Mhm.
Please check them out.
Yeah, but the biggest
That's
thing
it.
is that. The biggest thing is just saying like, "Hey, like check this band out." That's
Yeah.
really it.
That's it. Just
You know,
open your
one
mouth.
more
Like you
person
said, right?
is-
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
That's it. Just say Northvale. That's it. Please talk about us.
So, what's next on your schedule?
Well, I guess let's see.
Still really booking this tour.
Yeah, we really gotta get this
Before
tour
I
booked.
talk to all my friends,
Mhm.
No, yeah. We really next is just play. This whole year is play shows, play
Mhm.
shows, play shows.
We have a
and
couple.
will.
We have a
That
couple
album.
coming up.
Also, I've been staring at the album art for like 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yo,
Not
she's in, dude.
I
She got sucked in.
I see it.
I think
I'm like, it's a little
I have the image somewhere.
I was looking at it too. It's in the Dropbox. Yeah, but there's just that, and We do have some shows coming up, and we're going to Boston. We're playing this place, Cantab Lounge in Boston, and
Mhm.
then we're playing again in Jersey at Crossroads. That's this little spot in Garwood.
Mhm.
May.
But we're trying to jump on whatever we can. We're not too proud to, play a small show.
Now, are there any collaborations that you're
In the works.
trying to do?
I don't know. We really went for it on this one. We got AJ again just because he's our boy. AJ's boys. And Adam from Pallets is on Better When I Can. We're good friends with them now. And Maggie from Glimmers is on
What if you fly?
What If You Fly. That was a 3 on this one?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so.
and I don't think we have, since like we don't even have any like actual demos fully fleshed yet. We don't really have anybody in mind.
Yeah, usually that's what happens. Like if we have a song and it'll be written completely.
Yeah, and then we're like
then,
try to think about, listen to the song and be like, all right, who do you think would fit well
yeah, who
on
would
this?
go here?
And then the next thing is like, all right, what part do they
Yeah.
sing? What part? would
Yeah,
they
that's
sing?
another thing. And then like we usually let the feature know, like if they want to
Mhm.
rewrite it, they can. Otherwise, they just sing what I wrote.
Yeah.
And
Or if they feel they're going to be better off in a different spot of the song.
yeah, we kind
we'll
of
go
just
with
let
that.
them do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But like it'll happen after the fact because we'll hear the song and then we'll hear that person and we'll reach out.
Yeah.
Okay, if you could have one song featured, and I'll say in a movie or a video game, what song would it be and what movie or video game would you put it in?
Oh man.
Great question.
Gotta make you guys think a little bit.
I think
It's gotta be
Chico
something.
Bills in like a rom com would go hard.
Chicago Bills in a rom-com. Yeah, sure.
I can see that.
I want a song in NHL,
Ooh, fire.
right? But
You can
what?
literally put any song in NHL. You really can.
Let's see. Yo, I don't know though. Chicago Bills in a rom-com, Danny. That might be the answer.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's the answer. That's it.
Were you putting in Love Actually? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, hell yeah. See, we could be in that. Let's
So,
just
are there any like instruments or elements that you're looking to explore in the future with your sound?
we'll probably start putting keys in. No? Like synth.
There's synth in the album now.
I know there's synth now, but I feel like eventually you don't think we're gonna need keys? Like eventually?
I don't know. The whole thing is like when you're writing the song, sometimes you feel like you're missing something, and then you just try shit. Some
Yeah, I guess
random
that's true.
sound could just fill a space, and you wouldn't even realize.
I
at
guess
the
that's
time.
true. I feel like now, like it in 2025, it's almost like not as important that you have if you want to add like an instrument like after the fact, like something strange, like you kind of just don't even need to play it. You could just kind of grab one. You could like learn a little bit. Like you could. I feel like if you could play an instrument at all, you probably can wrap your brain around like how other instruments work like relatively quickly. And if you just noodle around on it, like I don't know, if we wanted to put like a trumpet in a song, like
Fucking
I was just gonna say that
you
you
know,
could go with a
like
rom-com,
I,
like get
I
that
mean,
trumpet
I
in
mean,
there.
like I don't maybe like, if we were gonna make a ska song, I don't know, maybe we would figure it out. Maybe
Ron
for that
Burgundy
we'd have
on
to.
the flute.
Maybe for that
Ron
we'd have to
Burgundy
bring
on
in
the
an
flute.
outside musician.
Front
I don't know.
clarinet.
Yo, woodwinds. Like let's go a whole section. I want a pit.
Mhm. That would be cool to have an orchestra and like
Right?
do
Hell yeah.
like the punk rock to the orchestra.
We'll get there one day. I don't think we could
One
cover
day.
that bill right now.
So if you had that viewers don't know already, do you have a guilty pleasure song that like people would never know that in the privacy of your own home that you jam out to or in your car?
All or Nothing by O-Town.
Yeah.
Oof.
You know
Incredible.
what I still listen to?
What?
Until the Day I Die.
Ooh, another good one.
I'll blast that shit in the car.
That's not a
Just-
guilty pleasure.
I feel a little guilty. It's a little
Guilty pleasure, like I don't know, maybe like Switchfoot.
What dare you to move?
Yeah.
You know what I will listen
anything-
to? I'll
dang
I'll dead ass like throw on Creed.
I love
I'll
Creed.
Yeah, I'll sing
With
higher
arms
slaps.
wide open.
Yo,
You're
Creed
like
fucking
the
rips, dude.
sixth person that's brought up Creed in the last
Yo,
like 3
Yo,
days.
Creed rips, bro. It's
Creed
not my
rips.
fault.
Creed,
I didn't
Creed rips,
Creed rips.
absolutely.
It's like all of a sudden people just like remembered that like how awesome it was.
I
If that wasn't like your ringtone back in the day, like
Human Clay went 12 times platinum. So
dude. Yeah, I
don't
guess,
know
right?
what I gotta say, baby.
That's
Um,
right.
Mine was all the small things. My Blink 182, I had that like it was like an orange phone. I think it was VTech, and it had that tune on it.
Hell yeah.
It only had like that Christina Aguilera. Like it didn't give me that many choices. I didn't know how to like download it from like LimeWire or anything.
I'm trying to think of like an actual guilty pleasure, like something that's like mad fucking annoying that I listen to. It's, like,
mad fucking.
really
Yo, I'll fuck
I
with
can
I'll
give
fuck
you mad fucking.
I'll fuck with Hot to Go.
hot
Straight
to
up.
go.
Oh hell yeah. HOTTOGO. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll rip that in the car. Hell yeah.
you're like absolutely. You got your
I go
pink.
through phases where like it's just weird ones right after another. Then I'll take it back to like what I had on my MySpace like playlist.
Oh
Then
man,
I'll come
MySpace.
back
I
with
was
ones
rocking.
that
I was
were like
rocking,
on old
Android and
iPods.
shit like that.
Hell yeah.
If we're gonna take it back there, I was looking for annoying stuff, but I would definitely say, I will rip Doom Job for a Cowboy, that album, over and over and over again, especially in 2 Men of a Machine, like with the scream in it. And I am like, that is an OG. I stand by that album. I don't know if that's a guilty pleasure because I'll straight up be like, an Entombment of a Machine was a masterpiece of the early 2000s.
So
You know?
yeah, so what I guess that's a question, right? What counts as a guilty pleasure?
Pleasure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo,
You know
wait,
what?
no, I
You know
got it.
what?
I
One of
know.
mine is that song by Katy Perry. It's like Last Friday Night, and it like talks about like the
There's
party
a-
on the barbecue. Man,
Yeah.
that will come on in my like while I'm driving, and
You start
it's just
bopping?
like
Uh-huh.
you're
And
getting
you're
a
like,
whole
push you back.
show if you're like seeing in my car.
Yo, you know what rips? Fucking Love Shack by the Beat
Love
52s.
Shack.
Let's go. You want
Right.
to talk about guilty pleasure?
Love
Yo,
that.
I'll crush Love Shack.
Lobster.
Yo, hell yeah.
Can we get a Love Shack punk rock
Yo,
version?
let's go.
That'd be
Chris,
great.
just
Do it
write
right now.
write it, dude. Just record. Yo, give me just guitar and drums, please. Love Shack.
I'll think about it.
I'll sing it tonight and send it back. Come
I
on.
know you probably would.
Let's go.
If you do it and if you do put it on TikTok, I will go on and duet it.
Oh,
That is fire. Let's go.
now,
I'll
Chris,
do
you
the
have to
whole
do
little
it.
dance.
Yeah, now I
Like,
gotta
I've
do it.
lost my mind on TikTok, so I mean, like, you never
Really
know
just
what you
doing
can get.
anything.
Hell yeah.
I go with the suggested, so you never know. It's either going to be like really gangster rap or like some country song that I've probably never heard of before.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, and that's crazy too. Like everybody was so worried about TikTok. Now I haven't heard anything about it since it went away and came back.
I don't know. It's like is it updating though? Or it's not updating? Has anyone noticed?
Well, I switched my phone over, so I was actually TikTok-less for like 2-3 weeks.
Mhm.
And then it was back in the App Store.
Oh, okay.
It is a little bit different. I feel like it has been a little monetized. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I didn't hear anything, and I heard that like something's supposed to happen in April.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know. When all that went down, I was like, gosh, God, I don't know. Like we never had a big pull on TikTok. We would try. I mean, I still post. I posted today, but I don't know if I'm supposed to pay for ads for a while. So then I don't know. Maybe it's the time we post isn't working out. But
No, you just gotta get all of us to go on and do little dances or like get ready to your video.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, Chris,
Show,
do a little dance.
show me who to call.
Do a
I
little
will
dance.
call. I will
Do a
reach
little-
out.
Just to go on and like put her hand in some weird food and like smash it
Yeah,
around.
I did get
'Cause
a lot
that's
of
how she got famous on TikTok.
I
Oh
did
my
get
God.
famous on TikTok for putting my hand in a bowl of mashed potatoes.
That's,
Nice.
that's fucking excellent.
Was there cheese in the mashed potatoes at least?
No, me and my ex put our hands in a bowl of mashed potatoes to just the two of us, and we time he was an excellent musician, so he knew that you got to put the like just the two of us with the clap
Mm,
and put the clap in where the fucking he was like, "Trust me, Jess. I know what I'm
Oh, it
doing."
was strategically like you guys
did.
went to the beat and everything.
No, we just put our hand in a bowl of mashed potatoes, filmed it, and then he picked the song and he timed like the song to where the clap would be in where it makes the squish sound with the clap because he was this is my dating track history. He was a noise artist, so he knew a thing or two about like
Sick.
doing that. Yeah. But
Well, we're getting about that time. So, as far as for your social media, if fans want to get a hold of you the quickest and get updates and everything else, you do have a Discord that I
We do.
heard
Yeah, I
about
saw you
before the
jumped in
show.
right before. I was like, what?
I'm not that great with it yet. I'm learning.
Love
But
this.
what's your other go-to social that you are
You
on a
could
lot?
find us on Instagram. That's where we're at. At
Yeah.
Northvale Band on everything, every platform. We're on all your social media. We will reach out to us. We'll get back to you. It doesn't matter
Hell
where
yeah.
you hit us up.
Get in the DMs.
But we're always on Instagram and we live there. Discord's good too. I guess you could technically reach us at any point you want to through Discord because
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
Much.
that's as good as a text message. But yeah,
Um,
Instagram's where it's at.
For all our viewers, please go check out Northvale. My favorite songs are For the Moment and Better When I Can. And just give them love. Make sure you post comments under and make sure you subscribe to a pretty little podcast if you're not already subscribed.
Hell yeah.
And we are definitely stay on for a minute because I want to talk to you about some stuff, but definitely we're going to throw your name out there to some of our friends that do the promoting thing. And let's see if we can
Appreciate
get you
that.
some shows around
Sick.
here.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Love it.
Okay. Just hold on one second and I'll
Yeah,
be right
sure.
with you guys.
All right. All right.
bye.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Another great week, another great band. So
We're so
fun.
happy to have them on. If you don't follow Northvale on Spotify, stream their album. Album are sick. Looks great. Follow, like, subscribe, do all the things. We'll see you guys. I think
Yeah, they do pop-up drops, so you never know when it's really coming. So you gotta follow them.
yes. We'll see you guys. I think later this week. I think we have a second episode coming out.
Yeah, we have a lot of shows.
We have a lot
that
of shit
are-
coming up. So you better be following to keep up with them. All right. Love ya.
Bye.